Hey friends, welcome back to the vlog. I am camping in Grand Mesa. It's gorgeous here, and I wanted to finally finish a video I started before I stopped vlogging that is all about how we do hard things. I spotted fall. It's coming. I'm wearing my sweater and it's like noon because it's about 15 to 20 degrees cooler at elevation, and it feels like early fall up here, which is amazing and makes me excited for it's almost camping in the desert season, even though I will enjoy the last of my fall in Colorado. Last fall in Colorado. It's going to be gorgeous and full of adventures and camping, and then when it gets too cold in the mountains, that's when I really start hitting Moab and the desert out there, because it's much warmer there even when it starts to become winter. So before I stopped vlogging for the summer, I actually had started a vlog when I was camping outside of Blue Mesa, and I had my first backroad flat, which was a bummer. I bought this new clip-on lens because my other one was all scratched up, but it seems kind of blurry. I am back at my cool secret forest spot, and yeah, just thought I would bring you along. Check out the moon. It's pretty bright for being a little half moon. So that happened last night, I guess. I have never changed the tire on this. I was lucky. I was in an established campground, even though I was way down a back road, and there was a very sweet, a little bit older than me couple that was camping as well, and they just took me in and fed me breakfast, and the husband, just without question, came over and helped me change the flat. And I started a video where I was talking about how we do hard things, because I have had to do and walk through a lot of hard things in my life, and very simply is about putting one foot in front of the other. But there was a little bit more to my experience of doing hard things that I wanted to share. So we're making do without my jack, because apparently it's gone. So it's on, but it's low. Yeah, baby's first flat tire in the middle of nowhere, all by herself. This is the lesson in listening to your intuition, and a reminder that we can do hard things. People tell me that I am brave for solo camping, and it's true, because bravery and courage, all that is doing things despite the fear and terror. And there's always a little bit of fear and terror when I solo camp, especially the further I venture into the wilderness. Waking up to a flat, knowing I don't know how to change a spare tire on an SUV, nor have I ever in my life been strong enough to get lug nuts off by myself. I just had a meltdown. And that's what I do, honestly, when things are hard and I realize I have to figure something out all by myself. I let myself cry for however long I need to. It's usually not that long. And then I just get to it, because there's nothing to do but do the thing to get to the other side of what you're going through and figure it out step by step. I asked for help. I met an amazing couple of humans who fed me and talked to me about life and relationships and healing and growth, and then helped me changed my tire and showed me how to do it and explained everything to me. And when we got the spare on, we realized that it was pretty low. So I went to a nearby gas station that's up here in the mountains, this little tiny old-timey gas station, and the owner of it is this grumpy old man who I have seen before, and he wheeled out his little portable air compressor and filled up my tire for me and gave me a little lecture about what to do now. And so now I'm headed back into town to head to a tire shop and get everything squared away. Whenever I shoot these vlogs, I never really know what I'm going to talk about. Just kind of let whatever comes through. And this one is a big lesson in intuition and doing hard things. And you know, I've thought a lot about what it means to do hard things, because I do a lot of hard things and I do a lot of them by myself. And I moved to the mountains with the intention to have a less convenient life and to learn how to do hard things and take care of myself. And the thing about taking care of ourselves is also asking for support. So just because I solo camp doesn't mean that I don't also need support sometimes, or that I can't have it, you know? And that's the thing about solo camping in particular. There are mostly, not always, but mostly really amazing, kind humans everywhere. Thankfully, there was 2 of them in the campground with me, and they were able and willing to help and just so generous and amazing and gracious and kind, and weren't at all freaked out by my blubbering because I was very emotional. It was just one hard thing on my own too many this week in particular. And if they hadn't been there, I would have walked the mile to the next campsite to see if the camp host could help me. And if not, it would have been a 30-mile walk back to the gas station, but that's just what I would have done. And maybe someone would have passed me on the way, and if it felt safe, I would have ridden with them. Trusting my intuition is a big key for me. And it's also just every time something happens, I learn. Now I know to double check all my equipment, because my air compressor that I usually have never made it back in after moving. It's just like, now I know more of what I need and how I can better support myself and be in a better position going forward. I have been very lucky in the sense that there have always been good people around to support me. That is not always the case everywhere, and it's not always the case for everyone. I recognize that I have been fortunate, while also balancing that with knowing worst case scenario, I have to walk a really long way to get support, but I will do that. I will do what I need to do, and making sure that I have equipment. I always have water. I always have my water pack. I always have snacks with me in case I'm going hiking or I just need things. And I always know where I am. And even though I venture off into the wilderness alone, I am within walking distance to someone or something. And that walk might be really freaking long. 30 miles is a long walk, but it's possible, it's doable for me. And just, again, continuing to upgrade my gear, continuing to learn new skills so that I can keep solo traveling like I love and keep pushing my edges and learning more and more. So yeah, those are just some of the thoughts that I recorded after my flat tire about doing hard things and navigating them all alone. And I actually had another flat tire the very next week, but thankfully I was able to get down to the tire shop in time. This spring and summer has been a lot of doing hard things for me, a lot of which I've had to do by myself, and there's nothing to do but do them, you know, one foot in front of the other and navigating it piece by piece. And I've gotten really good at setting the mental chatter and stories and noise to the side. It's still there, I still hear it, it's still going on and present. I'm not ignoring it or stuffing it down or bypassing it, but it's not driving. I let the part of me that gets into motion take the wheel and just get things done, just put one foot in front of the other. I've also gotten a lot better at aligning myself with really amazing, supportive people, and part of that has been asking for more support from my community and my friends and my family, but it's also been through the deeper healing work that I did this summer, which I'll share more about soon, where I cleared out a lot of my fears and blocks around being really vulnerable and really asking people for help and allowing people to show up and support me. And that's really resulted in more and more supportive people stepping forward, people that I know, but also meeting new people who show up for me in ways I've never experienced. They have no excuses let alone the desire to make them. They just show up. It's just who they are. They value relationships and helping the people that they love above all else. And so they have obligations and other things going on in their lives. They're not just sitting around waiting for me or anyone else to ask for help. And sometimes these people have been at a great distance from where I am, but have showed up for me more than people who have been in my life, close to me, partners, local to where I am. They just, these new people that I'm aligning myself with show up no matter what, and they really value it. And I feel like that has a lot to do with me being the kind of person that aligns with them, that can ask for help and receive it. And just choosing to be around more people that value things in the same way that I do has just, it's made such a huge difference. That's it. That's what I have today. I would just encourage you to look at what hard things you have to do right now, and how can you set that noise and chatter to the side and let the part of you that just moves and gets in motion and does the first thing and then the next thing and puts one foot in front of the other. How can you let that part start to take charge and just lean in and do the hard thing? And it's going to suck and it's not going to feel good and it's going to be a struggle, but you'll get it done. You'll get to the other side if you just put one foot in front of the other and don't let the noise distract you and slow you down. But also, how can you align yourself with more people that show up and support you, that you can lean on and ask for help? How do you be that person that aligns with them? What values do you need to shift? How do you need to show up in your relationships? Where do you need to make requests of other people to actually show up? And what deeper healing work do you need to do to be able to be vulnerable and put yourself out there and really start building those kinds of relationships? All right, friends, I will catch you in the next video soon.